Welcome to the Mussar video blog. We're still in the throes of the coronavirus, and it seems like it's about the only thing to talk about. There's a custom like this, that when someone goes to a funeral and they go to the cemetery, so the custom is that the way you go to the cemetery is not the way you come home. You take a slightly different path. What's the idea behind that? The idea is that when you go to a funeral and you leave, you have to be different than when you went. It's a very sobering experience. Right in front of you, you see somebody died. He's being buried. It hits home. It hits hard. Someday it'll be me. And then, it has to move a person. A little bit. Even if it's an iota, but in some way the person has to be different when he leaves than when he came. I think now we're in the middle of this incredible experience. I mean, we've never experienced anything like it. It's just so utterly devastating in so many ways, and we're rendered so helpless. I think we have to think right now that whenever this ends, and we hope it'll be very soon, but whenever it ends, we have to be a different person than when I started. See, a month ago, 2 months ago, we were in the era of BC, before Corona. And whenever this ends, we're going to be in the AD, after disease era. Those are two different eras. Before Corona, after disease. We have to somehow absorb whatever spiritual messages there are to take. And again, you can figure it out for yourself where it speaks to. But it has to speak to you somehow. If it's not doing that, then we need to adjust. Because if all we're thinking about is what we have to do, and we have to, self-isolate, and that stuff's important. For sure, without a doubt, we have to do all that stuff. We have to be meticulous in that. But that's not all. We have to give it some spiritual thought, consideration, contemplation. We have to think about, how will I be a different person when this is over? How is this going to make me into a better person? A person who's living on a higher plane. Because if we go through this experience and it's just, life goes back to where it was, then we blew it. We blew it. We missed out on an incredible opportunity to take it to heart, to really internalize it, and somehow, even if it's a little bit, but somehow come out of it a different person. BC AD. A different person. See you next time.